Guys, I'm back again with another video. It's been a while since I last uploaded a video, but yeah, I'm back now. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm quickly just going to do a market breakdown for the week. So as usual, on my right, I have my 4 pairs and the DX, 3 pairs, one index, and my DXY. So I hope you're good. I'm fine. I've been doing quite well. Yeah, last week was a bad week, guys. For me, right? But yeah, in terms of structures and everything, I didn't see anything like, despite the fact that I did analyze, but the markets were not moving in a way that I liked them for me to be able to say, okay, I'm going to place a trade now, even though the setups or the analysis that I made did play out. So if you did not watch that video, do check it out. But we're on this week now. So let me get straight to the video. All right, guys. So on the DXY, you can see that the market has been trending up. The dollar has been strong since the 24th of May 2021 up until now, right? But let's go to the current price because that is what is important, right? Come on, what's going on here? Right, so as you can see, we have this uptrend, which is that being our previous high, and then you have those 3 touches at the top, right? And then we, just to save time, guys, I'm just gonna try and clone these things, which is just repeat the same thing without me having to go and draw it again. But as you can see, first touch, second touch, and the third touch at the top, and then first touch, second touch, third, fourth, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then we also have this minor support level, which is the previous one. So let's drop it to the 4 hours. So dropping it to the 4-hour chart or time frame, guys, right? We can keep those trend lines or delete them. It's totally up to you guys, because as I always say, that your charts need to make sense to nobody else but you, right? So as you can literally see that the market was rejecting from that resistance, right? And if I can remove this like I did last week, because you would remember that I did show you about a bearish trend that was emerging or starting to form there, which is, and then also it's something like that. Because what does this means now is that this is our lower low, this is our lower high, lower low, that's our lower high. So seeing that the market failed to break above, it actually rejected. So this is where we might be heading to next, right? So now we're just gonna go into how we're going to see that happening, right? Because the market is currently broken out of that structure, and then we're just gonna have that trend line over there, because then this makes this impulse move, then this was a correction, so now we have a impulsive breakout. So we might be saying that we are more anticipating selling opportunities than we are looking for buys, right? But you can also see, if you look left, that we have a sensitive area over there, meaning that the market might want to reject there to also come back to this sensitive area that I see over here, right? Which is breakout, retest there, then which is breakout, retest, then the continuations. And that will also confirm what I usually say, guys, that look at how the market is behaving outside of the structure, meaning that look at this lower low, lower high, lower low. So if it goes back to give us a retest, it's going to give us a lower high. That will confirm that we're going to go to the downside, right? So let's drop it now to the 1 hour time frame where everything is going to be clear, right? So then if the market end up being a sell, this is most definitely where we're going to target our 90%, right? So let's drop it to the 1 hour time frame. So dropping it to the 1 hour time frame, this is where now everything becomes clear, right? So we can delete those things, guys. So when you understand, or you have the picture of what's going on in your mind, then you don't necessarily have to keep everything, right? So as you can literally see that, guys, we have a sensitive area over there if we can just adjust the prices, right? And then you also see now the significance of that level that I did highlight on the 4 hour time frame, right? So seeing that the market has broken out, what we need to look out for, right, is a retest, or the break is the retest, which is from here to there, or a break of this level, which is 101.598, right? So currently it's looking to sell. So we might be seeing something like this. Then the retest, which is lower low, lower high, lower low, then a lower high over there to give us another lower low at the top, maybe something like that until we get to the downside, right? So what is it that is important here is to see what's going to be the market reaction there. And then if it fails to break it, then we're going to see what's going to happen when we get there, right? Because that would also move in some sort of a corrective way before getting to the downside. And then should the DXY be weak, then that means the dollar will also lose strength, and then we will buy pairs like EURUSD, JPUSD, and sell your pairs like USD Swiss francs and USD CAD. But currently, this is what I see. We can also erase that, and then we can only keep that because that's a sensitive area. So the market is playing between that level and that one, then this being our take profit level should the market continue going to the downside, right? So let's go to US30. So going to US30, I didn't analyze, guys, Nasdaq, but didn't choose it, prefer it to be here, simply because US30 is the one that's more clear, right? So it's best to just not choose everything, guys, but to give you something that you guys can also work with. That is what is important. So as you can see on US30, we have those two touches at the top, and then we also have this one here, and then we have a double bottom here that I see forming currently, right? So should the market now go to the upside on US30, it will be a result of the fact that this is an impulse move. So if this is a correction, then we will get the continuation to the upside, which is to also give us a third touch at the bottom. But even if we did not have those trend lines, you can literally see that that's a clear double bottom type formation, which is a reversal pattern. So if you did not check that video on reversal patterns, do go and check it out. I have it on my videos, right? And then another thing is we need to be cautious now, because even though it's a double bottom, but it's not yet confirmed that it is indeed going to buy. So buys would only make sense above this level. Then that's how we're going to know that this will be a first TP and then that one, right? So that's what I see on the daily time frame currently. But let's drop it to the 4 hours and the 1 hour where everything is going to be clear. So dropping it to the 4-hour time frame, right? So guys, try to make things simple for yourself so that you can easily understand what is it that you're going to do next, right? So for example, we don't need to keep now these trend lines and also that one, because we already understand what's going on in the daily time frame. We can only have those ones and that one at the top, because we understand that should the market break above, then that's our overall first take profit, and then that's our final one, right? So as you can see that on US30 is currently consolidating, but this is a piece of consolidation, so anything can happen over there, right? So we need to be pay careful attention as to what is going on to US30. And also this way you could start looking for buying opportunities, which is above there. And if you want to do that and do not want to wait for the retest, that is where your pending orders come in. Because if you believe that the market is going to go to the upside, then you would place a buy stop at that price, which is 30,728, right? Meaning that should the market, then the market, when it finally crosses above, it will trigger those trades on your behalf automatically, right? Alternatively, if you believe that the market is going to go down and then come back to the support, this is where you could set a buy limit, because you would then be expecting a reversal when we get here, meaning that you won't do anything when the market is selling, but you will wait for the fact that when it comes here. So if by the time the market gets here, you won't be in front of the charts, then your buy limit is going to step in on your behalf for such scenarios, right? So everything that we need here, guys, is here. We just need to know how to use these things. But for me, this is how simple I can keep US30, meaning that if you cross above, we buy. Then if we reject it there, that means we'll sell. So you can sell if you want to sell. But if you want to look at the bigger picture, meaning that if it goes down, then comes here, then maybe a reject again. That's when you're going to start looking for buying opportunities, right? But should the DXY continue being weak, then this is possibly where we could see US30 going to the upside. So dropping it to the 1 hour time frame, right? So dropping onto the 1 hour time frame is still the same thing, which is if this is an impulse move, then that might be a correction, which is we might sell there. However, if that does not happen, that means above this level, we're looking for buying opportunities, right? So let's move on now to Euro USD. So on Euro USD, guys, if the dollar index, right, becomes a sell or it becomes weak, then what's going to happen there is that Euro USD is going to be a buy along with its counterpart, which is AUDJPY USD, right? So this is what I see currently. And then usually this is a reversal. This is a flag that is a reversal because we're coming from the top. And then should we not continue going to the downside, then we're going to buy, right? However, if it has a leg from here, then this small portion then go to the upside. That is now what is called a continuation. But if it comes from this, like from this nature, then it's what is called a reversal, right? So as you can see, we have this uptrend that I did highlight last week. So if you did not watch that video, guys, do go and check it out, right? So we have that higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then higher low. And then also this is some sort of a double bottom that is kind of forming over there. So let's drop it to the 4 hours. So dropping into the 4 hours, guys, you can see that Euro USD did respect what I said was going to happen on the video that I made about breaking down your major currencies. Right, so as of the current moment, you can literally see that the market broke out of here because this was now turned into a continuation pattern, which just confirms what I showed you. How is it a continuation? Right, guys, so as you can see, we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So we are now outside of this pattern. So what we anticipating is more like a continuation of bias to the upside. So you can either delete that trend line or adjust it that way. It's totally up to you, but I would prefer to delete for now, just to keep everything clean and clear, right? So we have that high over there, okay? So we have that high over there, and then you can also see from the 4-hour time frame that we have a sensitive area where we could get what a retest, right? And then that will also, the retest will also get it if the DXY also give us a retest on the other side, right? Because it's negatively correlated with Euro USD. So as you can see, impulse move correction, breakout, retest, and the continuation of bias to the upside, right? However, here for me, the way I saw it, I see some sort of a retest, right? Because this is a sensitive area, guys, right? That's a sensitive area, right? So sometimes a lot of people complain about having a lot of zones or resistance in their charts in the name that it does not make everything clear. Look, guys, whatever that you put into the charts can either work for you, no matter how of an obstacle it may be, but it's a matter of you on choosing what to focus on. By that, here's what I mean. In as much as these are two levels that could be so much noise to somebody else, but you can use this to your advantage. So that's how you think in terms of opportunities in the midst of something that is unclear, right? Because the fact that you have that level, you are highlighting that resistance and this support. This is it's a support now because you're above. So the fact that you are highlighting the support and that resistance, you basically can use it advantage from this point of view, meaning that if it goes above, then it serves as an opportunity for you to buy this market. At the same time, if you're not sure what to do, that resistance is also helping you to have an idea that this could be a retest. And then again, you can use this support level as an opportunity to buy, right? So this is how you utilize this thing, guys. We do not just highlight them just for the sake of highlighting them. There is an intention behind every technical tool that we use here, right? So as of the current moment, you can literally see that Euro USD is looking to be more bullish than bearish, right? But for me, I would say this is where we might get the retest, which is that you can buy from there. However, if you want to you believe that the market is going to go to the upside, you can put in a buy stop which is above this current price. Then by the time the market reaches the top, it will trigger those trades in your behalf and then actually go to the upside. So this is my analysis on Euro USD. So let's move forward now to USD Swiss francs. So USD Swiss franc, guys, is negatively correlated with Euro USD, because when the other does this, the other does the opposite, right? So as you can see on USD Swiss francs, we have reached the high, that high over there, right? And then we also have this low over there, right? So it's a consolidation, in other words. Then you can see that we have those three touches at the top, and then we also can highlight another level from here till the, yeah, does make sense. So guys, if you know your patterns, you would know that when the market reaches a level like this, because this is more like a rising wedge, that is a reversal. So this is what a rising wedge that is a reversal looks like, because we're coming from below and then going to the top. However, it was going to be a rising wedge that is a continuation pattern if it was like this, then up, then down, right? So this is what I see on USD Swiss francs. So let's drop it to the 4 hour. So dropping it to the 4 hour time frame, this is where, guys, you fix your prices, because it looks more clear on the daily time frame, right? So there's nothing to contest about it, but we need to fix our levels on our entry time frames, right? So this is this rising wedge that is a reversal pattern that we have currently. So currently we also have that support level on USD Swiss francs, right? So at that level, only two things can happen over there. The market might want to go back for one last time, which is for a triple top before giving us sells, right? I'm trying to be more slow and patient, guys, so that you can understand what I'm saying here, so that you can speak the same language, right? So that is the first scenario. Then if you're looking for sells, you can sell the break of that support and wait for the retest and then trigger in your sells, right? Alternatively, depending on what are the type of entries that you'd like, you can also sell the initial breakout and then let the market or let the unknown play its part, and then it will sell. If it sells, then you can go buy if you want to buy, right? So dropping into the 1 hour time frame, there's nothing that's going to be different from what I'm saying here. I can only just fix the trend lines like that. So otherwise, for me, what I'm saying, or what I see here, is that we also have this correction, right? So the market, if it does fail to go there for a triple top or even a head and shoulder, then it might want to reject from here, because this is a correction, impulse move, that's a correction. So we might have the retest today, then the continuation of, the reversal of sells to the downside. So, but it's just a matter of being patient and let the market do what it want to do, and then you just follow it, right? So probably the last one now, which is AUDJPY. So let's drop it to the 1 hour time frame, guys, right? So this is how AUDJPY looks like from a higher time frame, right? Which is, it looks bullish, okay? Then we have those three touches at the top, and then we have this version of a correction that I see over here. By far, this is one that looks quality to me, guys, right? So we have that first touch, which is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we might go to the top to give, for the market to give is, oh my God. So we can see the market pushing to the top to give us a fourth touch over there, because that is our previous high, and then we're currently at the low. Remember, we buy low, we sell high. Then we also have this turning point or a level of support that I see over here, and then currently this is a daily time frame, so we have 3 hours to see what that candle is going to do. But let's drop it to the 4 hours. So dropping it to the 4 hour time frame, guys, we need to fix the prices, right? So everything is clear by far. So now that we understand, let's remove things that we don't need, right? So currently we have this sub level that was a previous so this was a high, low, high. So we broke that previous high, right? So you can sell currently here, or if you want to wait for the retest, you can wait for the retest because it looks bullish even from a higher time frame. So why it may not be a buy, right? So as you can see, impulse move correction. So if we get the retest, then you can buy the retest. If you want to buy now, you can also buy. Now it's totally up to you, and also what do you want to do, and also what you are comfortable with. So we can just drop it to the 1 hour so we can see. So from a 1 hour perspective, this is our next sensitive area, right? So what can happen here if AUDJPY is tricking us, right? This is the reason why it may be a sell. It might come back to respect that the fact that this is an impulse move, then there's a correction, then we might go down, right? Because that's a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So if that's a higher high, we might see it coming back here for a third touch. The market does that sometimes, guys, right? So we need to develop that sense of neutrality. You know, when you analyze the market, guys, you need to develop that sense of neutrality and not that mindset of an absolute outcome. That's why it said that we need to think in probabilities, but you must also cater for what is possible, right? Because from a structural perspective, that's why we could sell. But at the same time, if the market comes here to give us a retest, because this is a strong sensitive area, so we can also look to buy here, right? So that's what I see here. But like I said, guys, what I want to emphasize is that you don't, in the markets, you don't need to be overconfident. At the same time, you must not be less confident, but you just need to remain neutral, right? And let the unknown play out, guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. We have reached now the end of it. I will definitely see you on the next video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one.